Alright, Askreddit thread. What is the most cringeworthy thing you did to woo your crush? I had to read this first one to see if this was a good thread or not, and it made me laugh pretty hard. When I was in middle school, I liked this girl who lived in the apartment next to me. One day, she was sitting outside on a blanket reading a book, so I decided it would be a great idea to take my shirt off and go out there and practice my nunchucks. This was about 38 years ago, and I'm still embarrassed. Oh my god, it was really hard to read that without laughing again. Oh wow, I know what would impress her. I'll take my shirt off and practice my nunchucks. This wasn't like an epic goddamn Bible verse. When I was in middle school, I liked this girl who lived in the apartment next to me. One day, she was sitting outside in a blanket reading a book. I decided it would be a great idea to take off my shirt and go out there and practice my nunchucks. Milady, behold my aptitude. Why, though? I hope you like it. I put more time and effort into this than I am willing to admit. Add some 80s hair metal and bandana and you've got yourself a Van Damme movie. I just imagine Napoleon Dynamite character outside with a bandana, hitting himself with nunchucks over and over again. How many imaginary people you sent to the hospital before she went inside the apartment? Even the imaginary people were cringy. Mac, is that you? I'm sorry, I laughed too hard at this. Just the thought of a shirtless kid outside trying to be his inner Bruce Lee. So, did it work? Not in the slightest. I probably had even less of a chance after that. Too bad. Way to give 110% though. Unfortunately not, and I never was in a situation where I could use my nunchuck skills either. That day was a total loss. Pick flowers at night. Put them in front of her door. Not even a note or a name or anything, just the flowers. Even denied when she asked if it were me. Don't know what I was trying to accomplish there. Killing flowers in her name, dropping off the remains by her door anonymously. I think the message was clear. You're next. I knew which way she walked home from school, so one sick day I wrote, I loved Haiti in giant chalk letters on the sidewalk where I knew she'd pass. I hid in the bushes, and when she walked by, I yelled, "Look down!" She promptly decided to speed walk the rest of the way home. I never told her it was me. Hide for Haiti. Did she see you? I'd be so creeped out if someone yelled while hiding behind a bush out of sight. Yeah, that's still not as bad as the nunchucks guy. That's so funny. She was already in the process of giving me the thanks but no thanks, and in a bit of desperation, I tried serenading her with some sweet no doubt over the phone. 18 years later, and we are happily married to other people. I wanted to be her partner when she got in pairs in Spanish class. I was mentally prepared how I was going to ask, but when the teacher said to find a partner, I just yelled her first name really loud. People stared at me, and she was embarrassed, I think. It's one of those times where I look back and still cringe. Oh my god. I feel sorry for him. Did you yell her Spanish name or real name? Did you have to pick Spanish names? We did have Spanish nicknames, but never used them. I don't remember mine. That's like straight out of a comedy. Roxanne. Well, did she end up being your partner? This only gets better or worse if she says no. We were partners. I think she had a crush on me too, but I was so shy and inexperienced that I had no idea what I was doing, so of course nothing ever came of it. I wrote him an essay to confess my love to him. 7 pages worth of cringe. Front and back. In class, I would never say or do anything. I would just occasionally look at her. Then I would go home and cry myself to sleep over the fact that I'm going to die alone. Ah, yes, this is more of my speed. In middle school, I had my mom spend $40 to $50 on a heart-shaped locket with her name engraved on it. Whoa. Wow. I still cringe to this day thinking about it. Damn English professionals turned me into a Wincest kid. That's... Crushing on your mom was never going to end well. Lesson learned, I'm sure she barely remembers. I had my mom's with her name. Oh, okay, I get it. I was really into dragons growing up. Like, really into them. I had a book called Dragonology, which I had with me all the time. In the book, there was a language key for dragon runes. Well, me being my sly, mysterious self, I wrote her a love note in these runes with a little key on it so she could figure it out. Didn't say it was for me. I slipped into her locker and she confronted me the next day. I was amazed that she knew the note, the one written in dragon language, was by me, the kid that was obsessed with dragons. Thinking back, I must have come off like a greasy-haired zodiac. Holy shit, Dragonology, you just took me back. I was with a group of kids who were obsessed with dragons during school. We pretend to have various types of dragons, all starting at eggs. It wasn't fun at the end, though, because there was this kid whose dragon would always grow faster than ours, despite said kid not following the timeline for how fast dragons hatched. That brat, he'd always brag, and when we tried to call him out, he'd say his dragon was different and better than ours. I had an ice dragon that never grew up past hatchling state before the game ended. Okay, sounds like a weird game that takes forever to play. Posted this a year ago, but this question is too fitting. When I was in 6th grade, my parents talked me into going to a week-long church camp. I knew of, but didn't know personally, any of the kids going. But they sold me that everyone would praise Jesus, ride horses, and have a good time. I decided to go. It was like a 6-hour drive in one of those big white vans. Quickly, everyone started whipping out their CD cases and exchanging music. And I instantly was like, fuck. I only had 2 CDs, Britney Spears' Baby One More Time, and Everclear. I was a really weird kid. Everyone was trying to talk to me about music, and I had honestly never heard of any of the bands they were talking about. I just wanted to jam to some Britney to myself. So naturally, I went the elitist route. So I had all of that music, and I was listening to some new underground private shit they hadn't heard of. Once we get to camp, all I'm thinking is let's find some friends quick because I can't talk to these kids anymore. I go to the pool, make some friends with a few older kids. There were 3 girls, 2 guys, and me. They were all in 8th grade, so obviously they were really cool. Plus, I thought the girls were really hot, so I figured this might be the best time, if any, to get my first kiss. Their windshield wipers were turned up to maximum with all the game 6th grade me was spitting. We decided to leave the pool and walk around the camp till we had to have a group meetup. The cabins were separated by grades, so they said they would walk by the 6th grade cabin and pick me up. First thing I do is put on my freshest outfit. Great time to break out my fresh white t-shirt. Can't forget my jean shorts. This was pre-faded denim, so this was the industrial bright blue jean shorts. It's summer in Texas, so I might as well top the outfit with knee-high white socks. And, of course, for the bitches, Doc Martens. What are Doc Martens? Oh, boots? Okay. I looked like a weird lumberjack. So I walked out, and they're kind of like, what the fuck? But whatever, it's kiss time. We start walking, and one of the older guys farts, and all the girls laugh. Boom, found my... I can already see where this is going. My friend Travis and I have been making fart jokes for quite some time, so I'm up to speed in this area of humor. Bam, another guy farts, and all the girls laugh even harder. Got him. Now I'm thinking all I have to do is drop the biggest fart, and literally the girls are going to laugh so hard they're going to each kiss me one by one. I start clenching and squeezing my stomach as hard as I can. I'm walking like a newborn deer, then I feel it. Get a big one ready. So, instead of just dropping it out and laughing, I wanted to make a big show about it. I run in front of the small group, squat down, turn my head around, and forcibly shit myself. This this was all out diarrhea. If you didn't know this before, early 90s denim was the least forgiving fabric in the world. Everyone knew I shit. It was running down my leg, being soaked up by my knee-high socks. Instantly, I just react and start running, kicking up shit like mud off a truck. I've never been to this camp before, so I'm running for anything. I find a bathroom, toss the socks, boxers, shirt, but I couldn't drop the jorts. I can't just walk across the church camp naked. Plus, at this point, I'm thinking maybe they didn't really see it. I was really confident in my speed at the time, so I was thinking I could say that's my thing. I drop giant farts and run before the smell catches them. Come to find out, not only were the 5 people I shit in front of outside the bathroom waiting for me, but there were like 25 kids. Instantly, I just ran in my doc and jorts combo back to the cabin. I was staying with the other kids chasing me and yelling shit pants. I ran to my bed to find all the music nerds I drove up with going through my CD cases. It only has 2 CDs. They were like, what the fuck? Thought you had tons of secret music, bro. Wait, did you shit your pants? So yeah, that was about 4 hours into a week-long trip. I really thought farting would impress these girls. I lost my favorite pair of jorts in Pride that day. Oh my god, that's a fantastic story. Oh man, thank you for this. I'm crying at work. Sorry about you shitting yourself, but if it makes you feel any better, it really made my day. This can't be true, but it's hilarious. Oh, it's true. It took me a while to get that first kiss, too. What are we talking here? 2 more hours? Like 5 years. I was really awkward, had a bowl cut, and wore jorts. It took a while. Reminds me of Wet Hot American Summer reboot. That's funny. I was really confident in my speed. So maybe they thought I just farted and ran away before the smell could get to them. That's probably my favorite part. That's too... Oh my god. Kids are dumb. When I was 14, I made a fake website for a fake movie to prove to a girl I was starring in a movie. Wow. That's sad. This was in the early 2000s, and it was actually for a remake of The Thing, goodoldhomestead.com, and their free trials. Well, was she impressed? Looking back, I'm sure she knew but never called me out. I wonder why. I worked in the office at a construction company part-time at 17. I'm a flirt anyway, but there was one young guy I actually had a crush on, so I always thought he was flirting with me. For his birthday, I found a doll-sized truck that looked exactly like his and baked him a cake shaped like a garage with the truck inside. Yes, it was difficult and time-consuming. Wow, this is amazing. My wife is going to love it too and probably want to know how you did this. Pro tip, guys in hands-on vocations often don't wear welding rings for fear they will have to be cut off in an accident. Wait, what? Work at a construction company part-time at 17. I'm a flirting away, but there was this one young guy I actually had a crush on, so I thought he was flirting with me for his birthday. I found a doll-sized truck that looked exactly like his and baked him a cake shaped like a garage with the truck inside. Yes, it was difficult and time-consuming. Wow, this is amazing. My wife is going to love it too and probably want to know how you did this. Oh, okay, I get it. The guy said, wow, this is amazing. My wife is going to love it too and probably want to know how you did this. Pro tip, guys in hands-on vocations often don't wear wedding rings for fear they will have to be cut off in an accident. Okay, so the guy he had a crush on was already married, and he didn't wear a wedding ring because they were in a construction site, and welders usually take their rings off for accidents and stuff, which makes sense. At least he was able to let you down gently without being like, LOL, sorry I'm married. He gave you a way to thank you he didn't even notice. On another note, my brother is an electrician and had the inside of his wedding ring lined with rubber or something to avoid electrocution. My dad never wore his wedding ring because when my parents first married, he was a mechanic, feared losing it while working. But even though he's a manager now, he still doesn't wear it. That's because rings are uncomfortable. So much shitty teenage poetry that I thought was deep. Found a couple of them a few months ago and had to resist the urge to cringe my way into traffic. Shitty poetry was my thing. I'm so glad my teenage angst poetry got lost along the road of life. I have nightmares that while receiving an award for my writing, someone will stand up and start reading the lost cringe fest poetry. Oh, I wish I had cringe poetry. I wish I could get a copy of their cringe poetry. Because there was this video I was doing that would have really have benefited if I had emo writing. In high school, we were all callbacks for auditions for the school musical. The girl I was interested in was sitting in a chair backwards, think AC Slatter style, while rehearsing her song. Genius idiot me decides that a great way to grab her attention is to football hike this 32-ounce shampoo bottle at her. So I grab it, yell to get her attention, and hike the bottle as hard as I can through my legs. The bottle hits the back side of her chair. Luckily, it wasn't a few inches higher or it probably knocked out a few teeth. Nevertheless, the impact from the chair explodes the shampoo bottle and she's completely covered in Panette Pro 5 shampoo. Just minutes away from her callback audition time. I guess it worked though. We've been together for 12 years now, married for 3. Oh wow, that worked. Is nobody going to ask why there was a shampoo bottle in the theater? You must have never been in a drama club. There are all sorts of weird things that don't belong. Like every single person in the drama club, fucking nailed it. That's... can you ask her what she felt at the time? I asked. She wanted to kill me. I don't know what I was expecting. I hope he covers me with gooey liquid for the rest of my life. I tried to sing her a song while playing it on the piano. I can't sing. I can't play piano. I just knew the basic tune and knew that the higher notes were to the left of the keyboard. I didn't even know the words to the song. Looking back, it was pretty obvious she didn't even want me to sing to her. She was being polite. Oh god, OP, why'd you make me relive this memory? What the fuck were you thinking? The higher notes are on the right, unless there's such a thing as left-handed pianos. Oops, guess I proved my point. In first grade, I gave him a love letter asking him to marry me. He said no in front of all of his friends. I was humiliated. I think anything before 3rd grade is forgivable. First graders don't know how to behave. I think this is more adorable with a slightly humiliating ending than cringy. Yeah, that's a better way to put it. I really liked this guy when I was about 7 or 8 years old. I don't remember what I did to him, but I knew I liked him a lot. One day, he asked me to meet him at the playground. I got really excited and thought he would tell me he loved me back. LOL. Anyways, I get there and he had made a huge heart in the dirt and proceeded to stand there with his girlfriend. I showed up to him kissing her nonstop in the heart. I was so sad after that. What? Oh, I guess he did that to show off. It's pretty smart for a little kid. In 5th grade, I was nothing but cringe. He came to my... in 5th grade, I was nothing but cringe. He came to my birthday party, so I was in love with him. That wasn't just a crush. I had those before. I wanted him in a way I had never wanted a boy before. Of course, being 11, I had no idea how to handle these new and confusing feelings. I also didn't bathe much because I'm slightly allergic to soap and nobody believed me. So I sat way too close to him, followed him around and wrote his name surrounded by a heart on everything I owned so he could see. I also made several threats towards his girlfriend, if I could reach back into the past and give young me a good slap. That's funny. I tried to impress my crush by showing her my stiff wiener while my mom wasn't watching. Can't remember it though. My mom likes to bring it up every now and then. By the way, I was like 5. Huh. I was 5, at the time. Didn't know any better at the time. Well, if you're 5... sat in a corner and thought really hard about saying something to him. We had a Valentine's... that's funny. We had a Valentine's Day thing at high school with the crush cans. You know, the drink. You paid $1 and you consent to someone. Orange crush was for friendship, red crush was for love, and purple crush was for, well, a crush. I sent a red crush to my brother because I'm a little rude sister. That was great. Tee-hee. But then I sent a purple one to the guy I liked, asking him to this Sandy Hawkins dance. I'm pretty sure he was pressured into saying yes, considering the can was delivered in class. Needless to say, he can't make any excuses as to why he couldn't go. This sounds like a scene from The Life as a Teenage Robot. Here's the episode. Won't let Jenny ask a boy to the Sadie Hawkins dance, so she asks the Silver Shell, Sheldon's secret robot alter ego. Mad scientist wizard invents a dismembler to split Jenny in her individual parts and disperse them across the globe. Point stuff. Join a club, then spend a bunch of money I didn't really have to spend on going on a club-related trip. I hoped it'd be my shot to get some alone time with her and make my move, but she ended up pulling out of the trip and didn't know until we were about to leave. My wife said she wrote a song, which later turned out to be Shania Twain, Any Man of Mine. Foolishly, I composed a guitar piece to go with it and played it for her, forcing her to reveal her lie. For the purpose of this post, my name is Mark. I saw a coin on the ground while talking to a girl and decided to show off how cool I was in a humorous way. I don't know why everyone thinks I'm so cool at everything I do. Hey look, a penny. I picked up the coin and then started celebrating. Go Mark, it's your birthday, it's your birthday. The humor being that I was oblivious to being cool at even the little things, like picking up coins. Fuck, I was horrible. Oh my god. Did he say, I don't know why everyone thinks I'm so cool at everything I do. Hey look, a penny. Go Mark, it's your birthday. I can imagine that. He was trying to be funny. He was trying to be opposite of what he was doing. But he was probably a bad actor. Plus these lines. You can't even be a good actor and make that work. It hurts me to even read this. I don't even know how you and I would have beat you up to spare me the embarrassment of witnessing that. I cringed hard at this one. So much fail. Damn, the it's your birthday fad was just an embarrassing time for all of us. Not me, but there was a guy in my fraternity who broke a long fluorescent bulb over his head thinking it would impress the girl he wanted to bang. 10 and 10 did not bang. I used to text girls to tell them I liked them, and then make up that a friend that sent the text before they even had the chance to reply. Left a girl a Valentine's Day card and watched her open it and get so excited but sat quietly to let another boy reap the reward. Got dumped by a girl and spent the next 6 months calling her in tears. I was just so in love with her and she didn't care. One time she put me on speakerphone in front of all her friends and they took it in turns to laugh at me. I didn't deserve that, but it was the wake-up call I needed to move on. A silver lining? Yeah, 6 months is a really long time, guy. Silver lining is you're a lovely person and not a cunt. If not already, tell me you grew up to become a rich businessman who was in charge of all those girls who laughed at you. 4th grade, wrote a song and sang it to her. I still remember the song. Alright, this one's kind of long, so I'm going to end it here. This was a great thread, though.